Alright, y'all. We back in another video. We are back. Another reaction. Got some flight. When the calls is so bad, you take matters in your own hands. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I watched the game earlier. Shout out to, what's her name? Paige. We ain't said Paige in a minute. But, they had a game. It was a, it was a foul. It was a foul. They ain't call it. Baylor lost. That's a whole nother video for another time. Let's go and check this out.
Flight crew, FTC.
Baylor ball, 17 seconds to go. The freshman Andrews with 13 seconds left. Carrington wants it on the block. 8 seconds left. Back to Carrington. 6 seconds left. Carrington on the drive. Carrington forces it up. No! Rebound UConn! And with 4/10 of a second left, Williams is fouled. Carrington. Let's take another look.
On her right elbow.
Absolutely.
But during that official review, I didn't see Baylor go into a huddle to draw up a play.
There absolutely could have been a foul called against Edwards.
I might not.
March is here. My daughter has appeared. We got the man Jimmy High Roller. When the call is so bad, take matters to your own hands. Had it so fresh or clean, the FTC brothers and sisters are telling me to skip ahead a little bit forward because you got something that can get you demonetized, man. You already know we can't lose the crispy ads in the video, never that. I only play one ad anyway, so it's like...
Flight plays 69 to 100 ads a stream. I don't care what he say. He play at least 100 ads a stream.
Elvis was mad that this wasn't called a foul, but that's because it wasn't. Fabio was right all along.
Too. I remember this.
Right over it, yes sir. Again,
I remember that.
That wasn't. I mean, hey, I don't know what y'all to judge. Is that a foul or what? No yellow mark reacts.
Refereeing and how out of control
the Warriors, man.
The current state of years ago made me think about the current state of NBA refereeing and how out of control some of these calls are getting. I'm sure some players would love to pull an Elvis and send a fish right at a ref or two. Of course, they would never do this. Only a man with a name like Elvis Bowling would be capable of such madness. But the fact remains that this season, referees and their calls have become suspect at best. Like this technical foul called on JJ Redick for passing the ball to the ref with force that ended up with him getting ejected from the game. On the bright side, fans quickly informed the
that's whack.
They still hate you from the Duke days, huh? I ain't that old, bro. Listen, I'm not that old. I just know about that.
Devin Booker got a technical for, again, passing the ball to a ref a little too hard, and then immediately gets teed up for a second time for arguing the initial technical, which results in him getting ejected from the game. This one was so bad.
Hey, how are they doing this? How are people doing that? How are they commenting and he reacting to a video off screen? He said, "Flight, I know you're recording, but can I get a shout out during the recording? I'll subscribe when my sub runs out."
Look at this play here. Westbrook and Rondo get tied up, and Westbrook gives him a little shove.
See, look, FTC Flight team stand up.
Ejected from the game.
What?
For boxing another player out too aggressively.
What? Bro, that's so cap. Like, what?
This one here is pretty insane. Draymond Green throws an entry pass to James Wiseman. Wiseman gets beat on the pass, and the Knicks get going the other way. Draymond, being the veteran leader that he is, starts chirping at Wiseman, his own teammate, and the refs hand him a technical, which results in him getting ejected from the game.
What?
Ejected for yelling at his own teammate. How is a ref going to get mad on behalf of another grown man? And the most recent egregious call came just the other day during a premier matchup between two of the best teams in the NBA. At the end of overtime, clock's winding down with an amazing game going down to the wire. And what do these refs do? Well, first of all, they call a questionable foul on Rudy Gobert here, which pretty much closed the door on the Jazz's chance of winning this game.
Hold on.
Second,
you got to scan this play. Hold on.
Well, first of all, they call a questionable foul on Rudy Gobert here, which pretty much closed the door on the Jazz's chance of winning this game. And second, they end up ejecting Don. Donovan Mitchell for getting upset about the call. So in one of the most exciting games of the season, featuring the top 2 teams in the league, the refs decided to leave their mark on the game by throwing out the best player on the number 1 team in the NBA.
That's what he always doing.
Left in overtime in a 1-possession game. Really? I mean, sure, every once in a while, a hot-headed player will scold a ref for a terrible call. But when the entire team is absolutely appalled by the call, I'd say that's a sign that the ref is flat out wrong. NBA refs are getting out of hand, taking every little thing personal and throwing players and even star players out of games like it's nothing. John Morant, DeMarcus Cousins, Brandon Ingram, Jamal Murray, Kyle Lowry, among many other players all ejected from games this season. I get that they have to be consistent with their calls, but throwing stars out of NBA games because they hurt your feelings probably isn't too good for business. And we haven't even discussed the onslaught of technical fouls getting called this season that don't result in ejections. Apparently, you are no longer allowed to trash talk, argue dumb calls, slap the ground, yell and
What the hell is he doing?
What kind of school threat is this? What is he doing?
that don't result in ejections.
Get this.
You are no longer
Look at him.
allowed
Look
to
at his
trash
school
talk,
threat.
argue dumb calls, slap
Look at
the
his school
ground, yell and
What the hell is he doing?
He's a school
trash
threat,
talk,
bro.
argue dumb calls, slap the ground.
Menace to society, bro. Not that, bro. That's the menace to society.
Menace
Introducing
society.
Incognito. Tastes like meat, made from
Menace
plants.
society.
What? Afraid you might like it?
Because he's too.
Sell out in seconds. Knowing
Man,
we
nobody
won't
told you to
hold
slap the
back.
floor.
Partner with the best commerce platform.
Like, calm down. What's wrong with you?
Society, bro.
Yell and
Slam in the ground, bro.
Take
What?
harmless shots
What is wrong
after
with
the
him,
play,
bro?
and you definitely cannot look at other players after you dunk on them. Doesn't leave much
What?
room for players
Cunto?
to actually be themselves or show any sort of competitive passion, does it? Well, players are getting frustrated with what seems to be a series of power trips going on with NBA refs. Donovan Mitchell was fined $25,000 for that technical foul and fined a couple grand for the ejection. So him and Rudy
What?
Gobert took their frustrations to the media and spoke about how these calls are getting out of hand. Gobert sticking up for his fellow Jazz teammate, in which the league fined him for that as well. And with
What?
players, coaches, the
Dang,
media, and
NBA,
the
y'all
fans getting
down
sick-
bad. I know they doing this because of what happened last year with the virus. And they cut the league off. League was out for like almost 2 months. That's probably why they doing this, bro. Because some of this don't even make sense.
Why hasn't the NBA done
Maybe it's
anything
because
about it?
of the
As awesome
pandemic,
of a league
the whole
commissioner
NBA
Adam
shut down.
Silver is, he seems to
They just
be
need some more money 'cause they were down
ignoring
bad
this
for a long
huge,
time.
overly sensitive, ego-tripping elephant in the room. Well, to put it simply,
Ego-tripping
the league isn't doing anything
elephants?
about it because the league has always been this way. Seems crazy, right? Ain't no way refs have been this hypersensitive to everything players do. But they have. So far this season, the average team has played about 36 to 37 games. And through all of these games, there have been 330 technical fouls called and 19 ejections. Which sounds like a lot. That can't be normal, right? Well, it is. In fact, if you look at the last 5 seasons, the amount of technicals and ejections getting handed out this season is actually par for the course. If there was any time to get outraged,
Honestly, it's just 'cause social media is around, bro. They used to call, bro. Honestly, look, they used to call some weird shit too back in the day, bro. Like watching like
Augusta in April.
early 2000s, like
that are resulting in fines and
you never heard of what's his face before?
longtime fan of the NBA.
The one that kicked out Tim Duncan for laughing.
Oh,
Crawford or
yeah.
whatever the
Joey
dude's name
Crawford,
is.
dude?
Yeah, this buddy
This
right
dude
here.
right here.
This fucking school threat, bro. That dude was a weirdo.
Joey
NBA
Crawford,
ref,
dude.
bro.
Here's a Reddit post from 2014 regarding NBA refs being the worst of all major pro sports in the United States. Article from 2017, 2018, and an article from 2020. Here's another Reddit post from 2014 asking a question we've all probably asked ourselves at least once. The answer being no. There are no repercussions for refs who make bad calls, and they can, in fact, do whatever they want with no fear of any sort of punishment. Well, kind of. 99% of the time, refs can do whatever they want. But, I don't know, let's just say a ref asks a player to fight him.
Good Irish.
Now that would be grounds for punishment. And I know this because this actually happened back in 2007 when everyone's favorite referee, Joey Crawford, got suspended indefinitely for challenging
Oh, so
Tim
this
Duncan
right
to
here?
a fight in the middle of a game.
No way!
Bro, ain't no way this old man, this man is probably like 50, 60 something years old trying to fight an NBA player.
I knew he ejected him that one time.
He is too old
Bro,
to be
laughing.
doing that.
You can look it up on somewhere on YouTube or somewhere. I didn't know he chopped, bro. I wish I would be in the NBA in a ref chop to fight, bro. Square up in the middle of the court right now, bro. You're getting put on your ass, bro. I promise you.
He's the only one who would rather watch that than see players get tossed out for dumb reasons. But generally speaking, refs making bad, game-altering calls is nothing new. Older fans of the game may recall some of the most notorious bad calls. Like this technical called on Shaquille O'Neal for, I guess, dunking the ball too hard.
What?
Personal favorite of mine, in 2017, Russell Westbrook got a technical for drilling a ref in the head with the ball during a timeout. Of course,
That's not Russell's problem.
wasn't intentional. Of course,
That is not Russell's fault, though.
arguably the most infamous set of technicals in NBA history came back in 2007 when Joey Crawford teed up Tim Duncan for nothing.
Facts, that's what I was
Right
just talking about. That's real NBA knowledge right there.
And even worse, Duncan laughed it off, and then Crawford teed him up for laughing, getting him ejected from the game. And maybe this is what led old Joey to square up with Tim Duncan months later. But possibly the worst and...
Bro, Rasheed Wallace used to live off him, bro. He was what everybody was before what everybody was when they just came to arguing with the refs, to be honest with you, bro. He started, like, really arguing with the refs.
Finals, when Rasheed Wallace got ejected for looking at the referee. Rasheed was the driving force of this Blazers team, but after getting ejected in Game 1, Portland went on to lose the first game in a 7-game series. If this ref doesn't give Wallace this tech, he doesn't get ejected from the game, the Blazers quite possibly win Game 1. Their odds of winning the series greatly increases, the Lakers don't go to the finals, and Shaq and Kobe's legacies are altered.
Wow, they were supposed to... Bro,
That's a story for another video.
Blazers was supposed to play the Sixers, and Iverson would have had his ring.
Sure, this problem has...
For real? That was
crazy.
0-1? Yeah, that's crazy. Nigga, Iverson would
They
have
would have
destroyed the
for sure
Blazers.
beat the Blazers. Iverson would have averaged 50, bro.
Exactly. He
Blazers
dropped
back
50
then
on the
had nobody.
Lakers.
They just had
in
role
this
players,
game.
bro. See, like, back in the day, you could have role players and still be in a championship.
Now it's stars to not stare at them or raise their voice at them because it hurts their feelings. It might be time to reevaluate the whole reffing situation. Don't let a bad call change the entire outcome of a game. Allow players to actually show some emotion and let them talk some trash. Give us something like the old NBA referees of the 80s. Back when they let players play, let them talk some smack, and instead of getting all in their feelings when players didn't listen, they just fired right back.
Watch this. Here it is. And you're not getting feedback.
Yeah, they used to they used to scrap.
Wow,
Yeah,
bro.
refs
Where
is
those refs at?
They all old and
Where
retired.
those
Like,
refs at, bro?
they all old and retired.
Yo!
Now.
And you want to know the funny part? I bet you those refs back in the day would talk all that shit to those players and all that stuff, and they'll be out there probably, you know what I'm saying, going to the casino later, eating good, partying, all that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now the refs just be in their feelings nowadays. They just be fucking, the refs just be nothing but a bunch of Karens, bro. That's crazy as heck. You could tell, like, just the energy, bro. Like, I could just generally tell the way people talk to each other, like, they generally mess with each other. And, like, here in the 80s, like, that's how you know that was, like, the golden age of basketball, bro, man. This shit need to return, bro. NBA just down horrendous. It's man. Coming out of Flightreacts.
Anyways, that's going to end off this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see y'all in the next video.